Welcome to the wonderful world of drawing. I'm your host, Jeremy Stoltz. We are on season 2, episode 275, day 3 of Inktober. Let's see if we can get some of this done today, shall we? I was having some technical issues, could not get this thing started up, and of course I'm blurry. Oh well, we're dealing with it because I cannot fix it right now. We shall go. Hey, Des. Oops, stop. Come up just a little bit. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Some of the blurry fixed itself. Yeah, I had to cut out PopX before. Gotta go this way. Before they talked about the Venom movie because I have not seen it. Hold on. Still having problems. All right. Let's see. Transform. Flip vertically. That works. Okay. Which way do I gotta go with this camera now? Dang it. There we go. Let me see. Is this right now? Yep. Okay, cool. Well, you're welcome to jump up here with me until Creative Multiverse starts. I think I'm going to be able to get at least most of this done before they start theirs, and then I can jump over with them and finish it. I will send you an invite if you feel like joining. I'm in the same similar situation. Obviously, I don't have a job right now, so I wasn't going to go out and go see the movie. But I had a buddy that I used to work with that had asked me whether we were going to go see a movie this weekend. I was like, yeah, sure. And then I asked him, like, hey, do you work Saturday? And he's like, I got to take my mom's car and do this and this and that, so I'm not doing anything this weekend. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird because he's the one that messaged me asking whether I wanted to see a movie. And I'm like, okay. And then, yeah, so. But if he had been willing to go, then we would have went and seen probably Venom. So, but we didn't. So I'll wait and I'll see it. So far, I have stayed away from spoilers, which I know there's a big end credit scene that's supposed to be like spoilerific. That I am so glad that I've yet to get it. So today's topic for Inktober is vessel. And I can't think of a more horror-centric vessel than our very own Annabelle. Is not the music that I thought it was. So let's find something a little more. That's a little better. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so I gotta figure out how to do this. I have a whole different setup on my webcam. Yeah, let's just kill that so I can hear you. And so like I have it setting away from me instead of over my, like I usually had it setting in front of me, and then I kind of had to draw around it.
Mhm.
Well, I have it now facing opposite, and I'm using OBS to turn the camera around basically digitally. So it's weird. So like when I go to move the camera, I have to do like opposite of which way I want to turn it so that I can center this. If you're wanting to eat and just talk for a bit, I can take you off camera.
Okay.
Either
sure.
way, I just
Yeah.
want to make you uncomfortable, whichever you want.
No, I'm not uncomfortable, but yeah,
Okay.
you can take me down. I don't care.
No, it's like I said, I've sit there and eaten before, and I'm like, well, I wonder if this makes anyone else uncomfortable. Chris,
Yeah.
hello, buddy.
It seems to be like sometimes when I eat on broadcast, it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And I don't know why, but
Right,
like,
we all eat.
yeah.
But that's why I was like, but some people I know, that's why I figured I'd ask instead of just being like, hey, do you want to be up here and eating? If not, I can take you down. I don't care. Either way. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm drawing, my second creepy doll of the month.
Oh yeah.
This is Annabelle. Yesterday we had Billy from Saw, and then day one was Dark Crystal. So technically, they've all been puppets. Dude, Chris, you don't gotta thank me. I'm just happy that I can get on there and check out your wonderful music. Like I said, everywhere I find you, I'm like, oh, gotta add this guy, because it is. There's just certain times when I'm just sitting there and I'm in some type of mood, and I'll see you're on, and oh man, your music, it does a lot. So.
I know he's so good.
Oh, dude, Michael, first person of the month, you get the top spot. Let's add you in. We got a 10-cent, 1 ward, and a high five. Thank you, Chris.
So I bought a new piece of artwork from Riley, and so when I get into the mail, I'll be doing a reveal on his art. So, yeah,
I'm
it's my
excited
favorite character of Marvel. So you know who that is? My girlfriend. So.
Oh yeah, Nebula. No, I'm just teasing.
She's all right.
Right?
All right. I kind of like her because she's been through some traumatic garbage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the actress that plays her, oh my god, they use so much makeup to make her not look like her gorgeousness.
She's really pretty.
Yes, she is.
I don't know where the.
Wait, I see some blue.
Where?
Right there, in between.
That's this.
I'm still hoping that some of these movies here come to streaming that I really want to watch because I've seen probably about 2/3 of the whole Conjuring universe.
Ooh.
I've seen 1 or 2 of the Annabelle movies. I haven't seen all of them.
You haven't seen all of them?
No.
Yeah.
Because every single time that I go to try to find them, it's like they're through a paywall. And I'm like, I've already paid for enough services that I'll just wait until they show up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got Netflix, I've got Hulu, I've got Disney, I've got Discovery Plus, I've got HBO, I've got CBS and NBC's. ABC is part of Hulu, so I don't have to worry about that. ESPN is attached to Hulu. And then because my wife really likes football and we don't really have it on a lot of the other stuff, we decided to pick up 3 months worth of YouTube TV so that she can watch, all of her stuff on there. So like I said, between all of those, if it is not streaming, and Amazon Prime. So
that's a lifetime of watching whatever you want.
And the thing is that even paying for all those services, we're still paying almost like $70 less than we were for cable.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we first started, because we were paying for cable plus Hulu, Netflix, and I think Amazon Prime at the time. And I started looking into all these different streaming services. I'm like, okay, well, it costs this much to do it, and this much to do it, and this much. They're all like nickel and diming you. Like this one here is $9.99, this one's $6.99, this one's $4.99, and it's not bad. But then when you look at it and you're like, wow, if I got all of these, I pretty much can watch everything that I was watching on TV, short of maybe a channel or two. And I was like, and we can cut the bill big time because we were paying for, let's see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We were paying for 5 DVRs. We could record up to like 600 hours of programming, and there was a lot of it that we would. We would record like a whole entire season of something before we would even watch it. And then like we'd go to watch something, and like if we recorded, I don't know, I'll just say like CSI, for example. Let's say, CSI is brand new. We'd go to record like the entire season of CSI and then find out that they are not going to renew it for season 2. So half the time we'd be like, we're just going to delete this because it's not going to be worth us really getting into a show that they're not continuing. So we would record things for like a year and then just delete it. So I'm like, why are we paying for this?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. So that's why we cut the cable. But I mean, we were with DirecTV for probably 14 years. It was
a long time.
Yeah, it was a big change for us to be like. I remember the very first time we were with we were down in Akron living, and we were the cable company there was Roadrunner, which is Time Warner. And I remember the first time they called us to explain to us what a DVR was, because we had just had regular cable boxes. And the person was getting about a third of the way through their thing, telling us that, it's just like a VCR, but you don't have to have tapes, and you can record stuff, and you can watch it at any time. And I was like, all right, time out. I know you're trying to sell me, but what I need to know is what is going to be the final cost after you guys, do your introductory price. What is going to be my regular every month cost? And they're like, and they, looked into whatever, and I was like, all right, fine, sign me up, because I don't even need the rest of your spiel. You already sold me back on it's better than a VCR. So it was kind of funny how I didn't even let them do their spiel, but I'm like, no, you don't have to continue to sell. I have already pretty much decided I'm getting this. I just need to know how much it's going to cost me the rest of my life.
Cable's a lot of money.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I did my...
I hear some footsteps upstairs.
Did you eat your dinner? Last one.
I did my financial aid today for college.
Oh, yeah? There you go. Hey,
and I went on to the study practice placer stuff. and I took one of my tests today. And no, I didn't take a test. I should say I did one of the practice tests for reading, and I got 100. Woohoo! So.
Congrats.
Yeah. So, mind you, it wasn't the actual test. It was just a practice one, but I feel like I'm comprehending what they're going to ask on those tests. So.
Almost like a PSAT. Yeah.
Yes.
When my SAT, I wrote FUCKU, and I'm stupid all over it because I couldn't understand any of it because I went from 6 different high schools and I didn't really learn anything of anything that they put in there. And then now I'm like, well, now it's like I should have not done that.
Well, I want to say that I was on a weird cusp when I was in high school because I graduated in '93. They weren't required. Like, you could take the SATs and everything else. Obviously, if you were going to college, but if you didn't intend to, you didn't have to take them. And I want to say that like they were telling him that like ours was the last grade that it wasn't going to be mandatory to take them, and so I never took them because I was like, I'm not going to afford college. I can't go. So I never took like ACTs or SATs or anything like that. So I never did any of that testing. So I have no clue what I'm getting into right now as an adult trying to take these tests. So that's why I'm really glad that they have practice ones, because I feel like I'd be lost. And
what's an adult?
What's that?
I said, what's an adult?
Yeah. An adult is a 37-year-old guy who bought a Trapper Keeper to go to college for the first time ever.
Did you say 37? That works.
No, 47.
No, I heard 37.
Yeah, it probably is 37, and I probably should have went 10 years ago.
That's funny. I was born 2 years after or before you graduated, so yeah, that just sums life up right there.
Well, my exchange student that we got wasn't born until like 5 or 6 years after I graduated. So I'm like, because I was talking about, I went to school here where you're going back in '93, and she's like, I wasn't even born. Yes, that's I know. Funny.
So I'm making my own Oracle cards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll have to turn it around so you can see, or I'll just kind of like, oh wait, you can't even see that from here. The glare. The glare. Okay. Here we go. So here's the first one.
Ooh. That is pretty.
Yeah, and these are those cards I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
And I used the markers on them.
Oh.
And then what I did was, after I let the markers dry, I took rubbing alcohol and I just kind of, starred it with my finger like that.
Yeah.
Dipped it in there and like kind of did that. So it has like this cell pattern effect. Yeah. And I really like them.
Really nice.
Yeah, they did. And then after I did that, I wrote my little saying on it. So the first one is love yourself. The second one says it takes time to heal a broken heart. The third one is go ground yourself. So there's like, I really like the colors of that one. It turned out really nice. And then tell the truth is the blue one. And then open your heart. So it's kind of like I'm going upon like the chakra colors too, in a way.
Yeah.
Does that open your heart?
And then after I got that done, I put the workable fixative on it.
Oh, okay.
So that's why this is the last one. And then you're going to brush your teeth.
Brushing teeth is important.
Right? You don't want your teeth to turn out like mine. But that's what I've been working on. And I have 80 of these cards that I've been working with, and I'm gonna do sets of 20 like oracle cards, so like 4 decks I can make out of this thing.
Okay.
So I think
Now,
that's pretty cool. You know?
Can you explain exactly what an oracle card is? Because I've heard of I've heard of an oracle card, but I don't have any knowledge of what it exactly is.
So oracle card is basically almost like a tarot in a way, but in a way of like saying things like softly and not such like a storytelling way, because tarot is more of a story. Tarot has a huge storyline to it, like, and people really don't know that, and all that stuff. Every single card is based upon something that's happened in that story of the whole entire tarot deck. But with the oracle cards, it could be something like saying "f you," or like "go f yourself," or like something like that to like make you laugh or something. But kind of like here, let me pull one and see how those work. I have like decks of cards here, and I'm just like, so let's say if I'm pulling you a card here, what message would you want, in a way? So these are a deck of cards by Amanda Ellis, and they're called the Metatron Oracle, and they're pretty, very pretty, have gold on them.
Real quick, so I'm going to make you full screen so I can pay attention.
But these are her oracle cards.
Okay.
And so those are her design, and then like you flip them over, and they all have like a number on them. They have different types of wording or different phrases or sayings on them that can help you with self-mastery, self-learning, new discovery of your own self, and basically anything with oracle. There's so many oracle decks, so many different types. Yeah. So let's see. Let me see if I can pick you one or two. See, I haven't done readings in a long time, so.
I remember when I first started paying attention to you, you were doing some stuff like this, but I would come in like at the tail end of something or, whatnot, and I didn't get a grasp of these. One of these days, English will work for me. I didn't grasp what the whole concept of it was. So.
Yeah, it's basically like spirit or like your guides, like pulling out a card for you and telling you how you can use those as a reference for something that's happening in your life or to you at that moment.
Okay.
So let me pick one more. So I don't pick them from the deck. They just kind of fly whenever they're coming out. So the first one is number 17, which comes to number 8, which means conquering fear. To start that today, there might be something in your life that you need to conquer, and you have a fear towards it, and you're having to really shift and change. Okay, go. Hold on a minute. Shift and change your own thought pattern at this time. And sometimes you feel like you're alone with that, in a way like nobody understands, or you feel like your thoughts, you feel like your thoughts are just kind of overwhelming you at that time.
I want 4.
I'm gonna get 2. Okay. Take those in there. Go ahead. So just know that you do have your guides and angels, whoever your angels are, like hugging you and guiding you through this journey that you're going through at this moment. And number 44, the card is beacon. You are a beacon of light. It's taken you this long to get to the top of the mountain, to be able to see what you need to work on for yourself. And it's taken you a while to get there, to shine and find your own self. And so as you're looking down from that top, you notice that there are still some things that you have to work on. And that's just for you to, you're shining brighter than what you used to, because you weren't so aware of your own self then, but now you are. And so you're just having a great time being around people and family and friends who can understand you, and you're able to shine that light, what they mirror back to you in a way. And then the last card is number 51, which is white. And it's purity and innocence. A lot of people don't know that about you, is that you have a really pure heart and you have really good intentions towards other people and life. It's just you're having to navigate the adulting and not getting away from the darkness that you have had to deal with, but having to conquer some of the stuff that you've dealt with during your entire life, and being able to change it and master that into more of a pure light that you can handle for yourself. Sometimes it can be overwhelming for the darkness in your own mind, but just know that you're a beautiful beacon of light and you shine bright like a diamond. So,
yeah.
but that's an oracle reading. So,
and it all fits really well. I've got to say that it pretty hits on all three. So that is awesome. Now I'm rendering this one here quite a bit compared to just straight up inking it, because this one's got a lot of details to it that I want to get in. I see we're taking turns being blurry today. I was when I first jumped on. And out she goes. And in she comes.
sorry, I
No,
totally froze.
That's, I assumed maybe you did. So when I was on Joe's
like,
broadcast last night, I had the first time that I ever, because I was using my phone since I was disconnecting all this stuff and moving it around. And my phone froze up and disconnected for the first time ever. But I think I'd been on for, God, I was on for at least 40 minutes or more before it. And the thing was, is like, I think Joe was saying that it was getting some glitching and he was gonna shut me down until I could get back on. But when I touched the phone, it was kind of warm, but it wasn't like hot. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just go back to listening.
And it's hard because you want to be part of it.
I mean, as it was, I was like, running around in shorts and no shirt, so it wasn't like I could be on camera really. It wasn't summertime, but man, moving all this furniture, whew, I was a warm puppy.
I bet.
But it is so nice. I can't wait to show you guys, like, once I get the room finished. Then, like, right now, there's a big hole where my desk was over by the window that I got to pile the stuff that's in my bedroom back together in. But, well, she can't be on drugs because she's a doll. But if she was real, I'm sure she could. But I believe I have to say the PSA, and that's drugs are bad, okay? Drugs are bad, okay?
Unless it's marijuana, then that's okay.
No, see, there's where we get to, and I'm not arguing with you in a bad way, but that's where we get to argue, because marijuana is just an herb, and I didn't say herbs are bad. Chef Mario, thank you for the Appreciate Award. I appreciate you, and we're going to add you into the list of people that have given me an award this month. And the top 3 subscribers will be given their choice of artwork drawn this month. Not subscribers, awarders. And that's 30 cents. So I'll keep tallying up, and I will figure out everyone that does it and go from there. Ooh, I see a sexy ear. I know that ear anywhere.
There you
Oh,
go.
thank you
That's
for
so
the
far.
award. You are one.
You are one.
I'm glad that they finally gave us some less than 50-cent awards back again.
Yeah, because some people are broke as F.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Yep.
think so far?
I'm loving it. Did you go through and erase some of it?
No,
No? Okay, it's just the lighting.
I haven't. Yeah, I
It just
haven't
looks like,
really.
it looks like, or maybe you just darkened up his ear and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
that's what that is. It looks like it's darker in this area, so it makes it look light over there.
It looks like you kind of did like, and I'll give you an example, like with my kneaded eraser here. If
Hmm.
I didn't like this spot right here, I could take it and lighten it up like that. And that's kind of what it looked like to me, like you had drawn it, but you were like, I might want to change some stuff, so I'll lighten it up. But it's just a matter of you
Darkening. Yeah, starting the darkening process.
darkening in the other section. So I had my first reading and I enjoyed it.
That was your first reading?
Yes.
Oh, cool. If I would have known, I would have gone in more depth.
That's
That was just a.
the depth that you went hit really well.
Aw.
So
So I couldn't respond when you said that because I froze and my kid came in. I muted because she had something on her computer. I didn't want you to get copyright strike, so I was like,
gotcha.
uh.
Well, if I do, all it does is mutes the channel. So
Oh, that's still
I get it.
poopy.
Half the time I'm sitting here mute anyways. If I don't have somebody else in here, I'm like, I have nothing to talk about.
Even though you have the world to talk about, yeah. In a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, enough about me. Let's talk about you for a while. Wait, thank you, Lana. Yeah, like I really wish that I could just have a pen that I'm ready to use. All right.
I
Pen
hear a
or
country song.
keyboards?
Like,
Charles. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer writing your stuff out physically or typing it out?
I like writing everything out. Makes it so much sincere. And I use my trusty bird. I'm kidding. I wish I had a crow. That'd be funny. Or a raven.
Okay. Typing is faster for me, but I do get the intimacy about writing stuff out.
I like cursive. Everything in cursive.
What? You can't do that. Gen Z won't be able to read it.
Well, good for them. Then they won't be able to ever read my reading, my stuff.
It's our
ever.
secret code.
It is. Just like, yeah. Tim and I's language when he's on.
Yeah.
I taught him my language, so yeah.
He's getting there. He's getting there
He's
very well.
getting so good. Like, yeah, I'm so proud.
Welcome, Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Do you like my
Milligan
vessel?
Zidigi. Yeah. It looks so good. Your drawing.
Thank you. And then I have to go through and ink it yet. But I'm trying to get the details down because I don't really want to play too much with the ink until after I know where I'm going to be throwing ink.
You throw ink?
I throw it. I sling it. I'm a slinger.
Just like Tim last night. Tossing salads.
Well, Tim does like his salads.
He's like, what if I just go and grab a head of lettuce? I'm like, well, because that's why they call it a tossed salad.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was looking at the topic for Inktober today being vessel, and I was like, well, I could go with a vehicle, and there was a couple different, like I was thinking of almost going, like maybe the car Christine, or the rig from Maximum Overdrive, something like that. And then I got to thinking a little bit more. But then I was like, no, you know what? I want to go with like a vessel as being like an evil entity. And then I was like, and then I got to thinking a little bit more. And I was like, oh, I gotta, even though I just did little Billy here. Oops, this way. I did Billy from Saw yesterday. I was like, I'm just gonna go on a puppet kick.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember the puppet from Goosebumps?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know why that just popped in my mind.
If you want to be technical, my first day in Inktober was a puppet as well.
Wow. I was thinking of just drawing a vase, but now like I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I had to cut out before you guys started talking about it because I've stayed away from Venom spoilers on everything, and I don't know how I've done it. I've only watched, I think, the very first teaser trailer that came out, and I haven't even seen anything more on that. I was scheduled to kind of go see it this weekend, but that fell through. I will probably watch it maybe this week sometime. I don't know. It's funny. It almost looks like my Annabelle is underneath your piece of paper, Des. Like we're on one sheet. Like we're together.
It does. Look at that.
That is crazy. I like it. So if I go like this, no, I gotta go this way. If I go like this, I'm gonna come right over and I'm gonna. Oh, I thought I was gonna poke his nose.
Oh, I scooted over so that like
Right
you
here.
know. There you go.
And boop. I booped Joe.
Wonder if he felt that.
I'm sure somewhere the man did.
It's so great.
We're over here booping Joe's nose. He's like, what in the hell is happening?
In real life, he's like, "Who's touching my nose?"
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is like we're manifesting a nose push, and he's like, what is going? I cannot get this. Something's tickling my nose.
Oh man, have you seen those videos where people turn their like they draw butts on their noses and then they
Yes.
take their finger and they like move the nose around like a butt is like doing the pop or you know like,
Yep.
like oh my gosh. It's so funny. Sorry, totally off the rails there, but
All right, I think I gotta make sure I bring these down almost to here.
he's in the shower.
Wait, shower Joe. Can we unpack that?
Jeremy was touching Joe in the shower.
That's what we were unpacking. Thank you. Well, now we're experiencing things on this show that I never thought we'd experience.
It's a little technical difficulty. I'm sorry. Kidding.
Lindsay's like, yep, I've known it since day one. Oh, boy. All right. It's ink time. Where is my stuff?
You seen that video with Carrie when she's like, "Ooh, you touched my ding dong dong."
Yes. I've also seen her most recent where she does dancing to Pamela Pumpkin's exercises.
Mm-hmm. That was great.
Hilarious.
Her husband's looking like,
Yeah, I know. It's like someone's like, yeah, and he's sitting in the background going, "Yep, this is my wife, ladies and gentlemen."
He's just like stuffing his face like with is that like a piece of bread or like a sandwich? And then he's just like,
yeah.
I'm just here.
What? Ride the witch's broom. Ride the witch's broom. She's having a little bit too much fun over there. Like, it's funny because I was searching around when I was when I had her on the show, and I found out she had one, and at the time she only had like, I don't know, like 6 followers, and I don't think she had, I'm not even sure she had a video. She might have had 1 or 2 videos. And I think it was just like, coming up on Half Stars, come check out this type thing. And I mentioned it, and then next thing you know, it's like she's on there all the time now. And I was like, I feel kind of happy about that because it gives her a place that she doesn't have to necessarily be Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's cool.
We like to be different people.
Yep. Everyone should have a chance to just get outside of their skin and be something different.
Yeah, there's 12 people living in me, so it's okay.
Ooh. See, now that's interesting because my wife has at least 3 that we know of. So that's always been fun for me. We've got they're diagnosed but undiagnosed multiple personalities.
Mm.
And I say undiagnosed because the therapist that she was working with said that they're not like takeover control personalities. They're more like subtle changes in her personality, and that she's afraid that if they unpacked it and gave it more credence, that it would develop into full on like switch personalities. And that we were doing good dealing with what we were dealing with at the point, so we just leave it. So I'm like, okay.
Luke.
I'm staying inside my skin where it's safe. I would, unless you like mess with the wrong person, then maybe they'll come over and take your skin, and then there'll be a skinwalker.
Ooh.
Yeah, skinwalkers. Those are scary little things.
Winter is coming.
Not little.
Well, winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Oh, can't
Winter
get
is coming. Is she cute?
Oh my.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I'm not diagnosed or anything. I just think that I just have 12 people in my brain talking at all times.
And that's entirely possible.
It's weird, you know.
People that go through different traumatic experiences sometimes will develop it to get through the traumatic experience, and then depending on how they deal with their life afterwards, they either, it's like almost like a one-time thing towards like, okay, yep, I'm through this, I'm good now, we're better. Or then there's people that have continual trauma, I think, and that's where you develop the really hard, personalities that hit. At least that's and I'm guessing here. I have no psychological background to say, hey, this is how it works. So I'm not trying to say.
Oh yeah.
I'm just having a discussion here. I don't want anyone to come at me and be like, oh, you're totally wrong. Well, I probably am, but
you also have a wife who's going through it too. So
yeah. I do know for a fact that while she may not have personalities diagnosed, she is a bipolar manic depressant. So there's that.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. All right, Joe is live now, so I'm thinking I'm gonna let him get going a little bit. Let him get.
Oh, is it multiverse time?
Yeah. So I think it's at 11. So I'm gonna.
I thought Joe was right here.
Joe is right there. How is he?
Sorry. I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I just was gonna say I'm not gonna jump over right off the bat because I know he has his hellos and all the other stuff, but I'll jump over and finish this over there, so we're not splitting our audiences.
Good idea.
Yeah.
You're such a good friend.
Well, I completely forgot it was Sunday because I'm with not working. I'm so off track on where my days are that when I sat down here at 9 to get ready to start my show, I was having some difficulties and whatnot, and I was like, all right, well, let me pull up what I'm going to listen to on YouTube, and then I was like, wait, Pop X is starting. Oh my God, Pop X is starting. Because usually I would do my show earlier so that I could actually do my show, finish it, and then go do Pop X. But yeah, my routine is all messed, not working.
Time? What is time?
I believe it's a concept that they talked about in
TVA.
Purple Rain, because it was a band that was trying to compete against Prince.
Time after time.
Cyndi Lauper talked about time. My cat's still down on the floor. She moved. No, my cat's finding new places to sit in the room here now that there's new cubby holes to hide in and stuff. So she was right behind the desk when I first came in and just chilling.
New exploratories.
Oh yeah, no, I've got to keep the kittens out of here because I have things stacked precariously right now just to get space to be able to move it, and they like to climb and things will come crashing down big time.
Oh no, that won't be good.
No. Usually I'll start to hear some little rustling and I'll be like, get out. And then you'll hear them make their little raccoon noises and then run.
Joe's hair looks super soft.
His hair seems like what it would feel like if God hugged you.
Oh. Oh, that should be on his intro. Someone needs to clip that. That's funny.
Yes, a hug from Joe feels like, or Joe's hair would feel like a hug from God. And then when Joe hugs you, it probably smells like the Appalachian Mountains and like, I don't know, just warm comfort. I can only imagine. He's such a cool, kind person.
Yes.
All right. So what do you think? We pause here and go join the show?
Yeah.
All right.
It looks really good.
So, Luke, if you're here, we're going to head on over to Joseph Burke Art and the Creative Multiverse. And we're going to continue our show there because they started at 11. Same with you, Charles. Feel free to jump on over there with us if you're still here watching. And, of course, we know Chris Gales and Chef Mario. They all know about Joseph Burke, so. But, yes, this has been a broadcast of The Wonderful World of Drawing. And we will see you guys all soon.
Bye.